You enjoy intimacy. Most adults do. But here's an interesting question. Beyond the activities everyone talks about, what other forms of intimacy are couples actually exploring? You might be surprised by how many people enjoy experiences that rarely come up in everyday conversation. Before we begin, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. And while you're there, like this video and subscribe to the channel because we have many more open, respectful conversations about men's health and intimacy coming your way. Here's what I want you to understand first. There is no single formula for a satisfying intimate relationship. What one couple finds exciting may not interest another couple at all. What matters is that both adults genuinely agree, communicate openly, respect boundaries, and feel comfortable. Too many men quietly wonder whether their interests make them unusual. But intimacy can involve affection, curiosity, playfulness, trust, and emotional connection in many different forms. So today we're moving beyond the activities you've heard about before and exploring 10 completely different ways consenting adult couples may bring novelty and connection into their intimate lives. And we'll begin with one that focuses less on rushing toward an outcome and much more on discovering each other: sensual massage. Number 1 is sensual massage between partners. This is often overlooked because people think intimacy has to move quickly toward a specific outcome. But slowing everything down can sometimes create a stronger connection. Biologically, gentle massage can encourage relaxation and reduce physical tension, making it easier for both partners to feel comfortable and present. Emotionally, it creates closeness because you're giving your partner focused attention without pressure. Practically, communication matters. Ask what feels comfortable, respect boundaries, and treat the experience as an opportunity to reconnect rather than something that must lead somewhere else. Number 2 is using intimate accessories together. For some consenting adult couples, introducing an accessory can provide novelty and help them communicate more openly about what they enjoy. Biologically, variety can create different forms of sensory stimulation and may help couples discover preferences they hadn't previously discussed. Emotionally, the biggest benefit can be communication. Bringing up something new requires trust, honesty, and the ability to listen without judgment. Practically, don't surprise your partner with something they're uncomfortable with. Discuss the idea beforehand, agree on boundaries, and choose products specifically designed for safe adult use. Clean them according to the manufacturer's instructions and stop if either person experiences discomfort. The bigger lesson from these first 2 activities is simple. Novelty works best when it strengthens communication rather than replacing it. And our next activities take that idea further by showing how imagination and changes in sensation can make intimacy feel different without changing the relationship itself. Number 3 is role-playing or fantasy-based intimacy. For some couples, imagination can bring novelty into a long-term relationship without requiring major changes. This might simply mean creating a playful scenario, pretending you're meeting for the first time, or exploring a mutually agreed fantasy together. Biologically, novelty can increase anticipation and engage the brain's reward system, which plays an important role in arousal. Emotionally, sharing fantasies can build trust because you're revealing something personal to your partner. Practically, discuss boundaries beforehand. Both people should understand the scenario, feel comfortable participating, and know they can stop at any point without pressure or embarrassment. Number 4 is blindfold or sensory play. Removing or changing one sense can make you pay greater attention to others. A blindfold, for example, removes visual cues and may make gentle touch, sound, or your partner's presence feel more noticeable. Emotionally, this type of activity requires trust. The person giving up some visual control needs to feel completely safe with their partner, while the other person has a responsibility to respect every agreed boundary. Practically, keep things simple and comfortable. Talk about what is acceptable before starting. Establish an easy way to stop immediately, and never use sensory restriction to frighten or pressure someone. The important lesson is that imagination and anticipation can sometimes bring freshness back into intimacy. You don't necessarily need increasingly extreme experiences. Sometimes changing the atmosphere, slowing down, and giving your partner your full attention can make a familiar relationship feel exciting again. Number 5 is watching your partner during self-pleasure. For some couples, this can become a surprisingly powerful form of communication because it allows each person to understand what their partner naturally finds comfortable and enjoyable. Biologically, observing a trusted partner can contribute to arousal through visual and emotional cues. Emotionally, however, the bigger element is vulnerability. Allowing someone to observe such a private moment requires trust and the confidence that neither person will feel judged afterward. Practically, this should never involve pressure. Both partners need to genuinely feel comfortable with the idea, and either person should be able to change their mind at any time. Think of it as communication and learning rather than performance. Number 6 is showering or bathing together intimately. This may sound simple, but intimacy doesn't always require elaborate plans. Sharing a private shower or bath can create an opportunity to slow down, talk, relax, and enjoy physical closeness away from everyday distractions. Emotionally, that uninterrupted time can help couples reconnect, particularly when busy schedules have made affection feel rushed. Practically, remember that bathrooms can be slippery, so safety matters. Keep movements comfortable, avoid products that irritate sensitive skin, and don't assume sharing a shower has to lead to anything further. Both of these activities reveal something important. Intimate connection isn't always about doing something more extreme. Sometimes the most satisfying changes come from paying closer attention to your partner, slowing down, and creating moments where both people can feel relaxed, respected, and genuinely connected. Number 7 is phone or video intimacy between consenting partners. This has become increasingly relevant for couples who travel frequently or spend long periods apart. Being physically separated doesn't necessarily mean emotional or intimate connection has to disappear. Biologically, hearing or seeing a trusted partner can activate familiar emotional and arousal responses associated with attraction. Emotionally, maintaining private moments together may help some couples feel connected despite the distance. Practically, however, digital privacy matters. Both partners should clearly agree on what they're comfortable sharing. Remember that anything recorded, captured, or stored electronically can potentially become accessible beyond its intended audience. Protect your accounts, understand the technology you're using, and never record your partner without explicit permission. Number 8 is creating different romantic settings at home. Many couples underestimate how strongly environment influences mood. After years together, intimacy can become associated with the same room, same schedule, and same routine. Biologically, novelty can engage attention and anticipation, helping an experience feel different even when you're with the same person. Emotionally, making an effort tells your partner that your relationship still deserves time and attention. Practically, this doesn't require spending money. Change the room, remove distractions, create privacy, and intentionally set aside time for each other. Sometimes maintaining intimacy isn't about searching for something increasingly adventurous. It's about changing the context enough to make two people pay attention to each other again. Number 9 is using music, lighting, or other sensory elements to enhance intimacy. This might sound almost too simple, but your surroundings can strongly influence how relaxed and connected you feel. Intimacy doesn't happen only through physical touch. Your brain is constantly responding to sound, light, scent, temperature, and atmosphere. Biologically, a comfortable environment can help reduce distraction and make it easier to focus on your partner. Emotionally, creating the right atmosphere can make intimacy feel intentional rather than rushed or routine. Practically, you don't need anything elaborate. Dim the lights, choose relaxing music, put away your phones, and create a private environment where both partners can focus on each other. Number 10 is mutual self-pleasure. For some consenting adult couples, this can be a way of learning more about each other's preferences while maintaining closeness. Biologically, each person remains in control of their own stimulation, which may reduce performance pressure. Emotionally, sharing something normally considered private can require considerable trust and openness. Practically, communication and consent remain essential. Neither partner should feel pressured to participate simply because the other person is interested. And that's what these 10 activities ultimately teach us. A satisfying intimate relationship isn't determined by how adventurous you are or how many different things you've tried. What matters far more is whether both people feel safe, respected, comfortable, and connected. Variety can bring excitement, but communication is what makes that exploration healthy and meaningful. Now that we've gone through all 10 activities, I want to give you 3 principles that matter more than anything else on this list. Number 1, communicate openly with your partner. Don't assume that because something interests you, your partner will automatically feel the same way. Ask questions, listen carefully, share your interests without demanding agreement. Healthy curiosity should create conversation, not pressure. Number 2, make consent and safety non-negotiable. Whether you're experimenting with role-playing, sensory play, intimate accessories, or digital intimacy, both adults should genuinely want to participate. Consent isn't something you obtain once and forget about. Either person can change their mind at any point, and that decision should always be respected immediately. Number 3, explore gradually. You don't have to transform your intimate life overnight. In fact, trying too much too quickly can create unnecessary pressure. Choose something that interests both of you. Discuss expectations beforehand and see how you feel afterward. Emotionally, this approach builds trust because neither person has to perform or pretend. Practically, it also makes it easier to recognize what genuinely strengthens your relationship and what simply isn't for you. Remember, this list isn't a checklist. You don't need to experience all 10 activities to have a satisfying, intimate life. Some couples may enjoy several of them, while others may prefer none. What matters isn't how adventurous your relationship looks from the outside. What matters is whether the two people inside it feel safe, respected, heard, and connected.